Raider Nation, it's your boy Angry fucking Raider. Welcome to the Angry Raider Show. I'm your host, Angry fucking Raider. Let's take a deep breath, Raider Nation. Let's take a deep breath. Now I would have put up a video last night, but due to the fact I live on the East Coast and it was bad late, my wife was already tripping because I was in there wild the whole night, fussing and cussing, and you know how I go, Raider Nation. You know how I go. But what a game, man. What a game. What a game, man. What a fucking game. Still a lot of things we need to correct. Defensive scheme, we pretty much ran a zone, and it worked. It worked. Now, when we came out of that zone, where they got that touchdown, that's where they fucked us up. 99-yard bomb. Was about 90, 89-yard bombs and shit like that. Reggie Nelson, he done, man. He's done. Emerson, like I was saying in my previous blogs, for now I'm not gonna be real negative, but there's some changes need to happen, and when will they happen this year? I'm pretty sure not, but next year definitely some changes need to happen in the back end. But overall, man, game was great, man. I think if it wasn't for that tip pass and that bullshit ass roughing the passer with the knee shit when he got pushed into him, I think the game wouldn't even have been like this, to be honest with you. I think we would have won convincingly. Now I'm not even gonna say that, because it was a couple plays that I thought that the refs gave us a little bit that was kind of like, it was a lot of plays, you know what I mean? So both teams can, or both fan bases can pretty much argue it was a lot of calls. Now towards the end, there was legit calls. The Crabtree push off, his arm extended, so if you want to say he pushed, cool, you know what I mean, whatever. But it was some holding. Come on, y'all know it was holding twice, you know what I mean. It was holding a lot last night, man. But overall, man, the game was great, man. Great game, and I had my doubts when it was 30-21, because I knew our offense was playing pretty good, but our defense was still giving up. I mean, they had six consecutive drives with points, so I knew our defense was, it was. But when they came through, we needed, just like last year. That's pretty much how they played last year. When it counted and they needed it, they came through, and no exception in this game. They came through when we needed it, and it showed. But I think overall, man, Amari Cooper balled out, man. I'm happy for him. Derek Carr didn't look scared. He balled out. The offensive line balled out. Bowman balled out. He got burnt on one play, but 3 days. Starts, get the green dot. Come on, man. You gotta salute that dude, man. I salute you, man. You're a pro, bro. A pro. Definitely a pro. I don't know why San Fran let you go, man. I still see it in you. Yeah, pass coverage. Yeah, I mean, you're getting older, but other than that, man, you got something in them tanks. And I hope we bring you back next year, man. Sign to a decent deal, man. For real, man. Because you'll definitely help the young Corey James and Malcolm Lees of this world, Markel Lees of this world out. I mean, defensive line played real well. That zone defense works for us. Everybody plays their part. It works. A couple plays, they got us, because zones are very, that you can dink and dunk a zone to death, but you just got to come up and make tackles, and I think that we did that for the most part. Still got us a lot of work. Defense is still very, very subpar, but game was great, man. Game was great, man. I watched a lot of highlights. I ain't watched them in 4 weeks. We saved our season, Raider Nation, and it was a hell of a game, man. Hell of a game, man. Hell of a game, dog. Hell of a fucking game, man. Best game of the year. Best game of the year. Best game of the year. The Marshall Faulk ejection, man. I got mixed feelings about that. For one, I don't condone you running off the side, off the bench, put your helmet on and run out there to break up a fight, man. because that's your family member. I respect the fact that you stood up for your family, but your family played for the opposite team. This is not a street fight. This is not a club fight. This is not a bar fight. This is football. Ain't nobody gonna get killed, punched in the face, none of that, unless somebody take a helmet off and just start wilding. But that wasn't gonna happen. We already had got the flag for the late hit. You went out there and caused get ejection, get a fine, and to protect your cousin or brother or whatever you want to call yourself with him. I just think that was a dumb move. I still love Marshawn Lynch. I still respect his passion and love for everybody and the game. But when you're playing your family on the opposite side of the ball, I understand natural reactions coming from where we come from. You know what I mean? Is to stand up for your family. But this is a game, bro. Won't nobody gonna hurt Marcus Peterson. Won't none of that shit gonna happen. So that shit right there, man, you're a pro, man. You're setting an example for a lot of, you got a young team, and then on top of that, you got a foundation where you help kids. You know, kids see this. You know, you're a representation of who you are. So I think that shit right there was just real out of your character, and I think that, you know, you should at least get in front of the camera and apologize and whatever you got to do to try to fix that problem, man. Because right there, man, you could have cost us the game, literally. You know, we're not playing against a subpar team. We're playing against one of the best teams in the NFL, if you want to call it that. And you almost cost us the game with that bullshit. But other than that, man, oh yeah, and Donald Penn, Crabtree, come on, man. All that pouting and shit on the sideline, fighting amongst each other, come on, man. Because if we had lost this game, this shit would have tore the whole team apart. We would have folded, bro. And just the win covers up a lot of shit and takes a lot of anger out of people, man. But come on, man, we brothers, man. We're just a nation. I understand we fight amongst each other, but this is game time. Fight that shit in the locker room. Say what you got to say as men in the locker room amongst the family. Fuck all that individual power for whatever reason, I don't know. But that shit right there, man, cut that shit out, man. But we back in the mix, Raider Nation. We back in the mix. I think we showed heart. We showed 12 wins last night. We showed why we got 12 wins. And I hope this boosts our confidence, and we go out there and we run the tables, man. I really want to run the tables. I really want to get into the playoffs. I really want to, you know, I'm tired of that losing shit, man. And I'm just happy that they snapped that shit and showed us that, you know, shit is real. Great offensive play calling from Todd Downey, even though we basically just took what Pittsburgh did and just did it and executed properly. So I'm glad that he went deep. I'm glad that we wasn't scared. I'm glad that, you know, we balled out, man, for real. We balled out. Now, Raider Nation, what you think of this defense? I was thinking about this last night. What if we, next year, because it's going to be a next year thing, take Carl Joseph, put him at a corner. If Obi pans out to be who we expect him to be, put him at strong safety. Put Lawani at free because Reggie Nelson is pretty much done. Put Conley at the other corner. Up in the air with T.J. Curry and Emerson at the slot. I probably put Curry. Corey James Bowman, defensive front still the same. I would move Bruce Irvin. I told y'all, Raider Nation, he was a better linebacker than he was a rusher. I told y'all. What happened? Somebody listen to me. He was a linebacker playing linebacker last night because we were short. And look what I told you. I told you. Put Nico Archer at defensive end, Cleo Mack, and let him run. And drop Irvin back. I told you. Yeah, but that lineup, what I just said, what you think about that, Raider Nation? I think that might be... And let Pagano call it and do his little schemes, man. Pagano got 15 years, man. He's not a slouch defensive coordinator, man. I think that might work, man. But in any event, man, great game. I know this blog is all over the place, man. I'm just happy we won, man. We ain't been happy for the last 4 weeks, man. Just wanted to throw a quick blog out there, man. We don't play this Sunday, so that sucks. But you know, I'll see you next Sunday unless some shit come up or whatever the case may be. But hell of a game, Raider Nation. We standing up. Wear your gear. I wear my gear regardless. I don't give a fuck. Win, lose, draw, tie. I don't give a fuck. I'm wearing this motherfucking gear. But great game, man. Great game, man. Great game. It's your boy Angry Fucking Raider. Thanks for tuning into the Angry Raider Show. I'm just gonna throw this blog up. I ain't gonna put nothing in front of it or nothing like that because I'm out and about. I'm about to run out, so I don't really have time to fuck with it. But I see y'all next Sunday, man. Definitely, man. Let's enjoy this 10-day stretch we got, this break. Enjoy this win. Keep looking at the highlights. It's your boy Angry Fucking Raider. You already know our slogan. Raiders. Raiders. And I'm out. Great game, fellas. Great game.